a scientist who has devoted a good part of his adult life trying to prove out the theories of a controversial Yugoslavian physicist named Nikola Tesla. His lab is located in the basement of a nondescript store in Vancouver. Hutchison doesn't want to tell us, or doesn't want us to tell you where it is exactly. Working with huge jolts of electricity of up to 500,000 volts, Hutchison is tinkering with Tesla's central thesis that large amounts of power can be transmitted through the air without wires. One of the side effects of his experiments involves the levitation of inanimate objects. He cannot yet predict with any accuracy which objects will rise, when, or where, but they do rise, as you're about to see.
You enter the world of John Hutchison through an old bank vault door, revealing a museum-like atmosphere charged with electric energy. Hutchison sits at a hand-built control panel, fine-tuning equipment some feel might change the world.
I use these headsets here to monitor frequency changes, going by the static patterns that I hear. And down here, I'll adjust the magnetic flux. And I can feel the rhythms of the energy.
The rhythms of the energy are generated by an enormous jumble of strange-looking electronic equipment, much of it hand-built by Hutchison himself. Components include vacuum tubes, 40-year-old technology. Some of the equipment is modeled after that of turn-of-the-century physicist Nikola Tesla. Tesla developed alternating current, the electrical system used today. His experiments included the transmission of energy without wires. Some feel he was the greatest inventor of all time. Hutchison began by duplicating some of his early work.
Very similar to Tesla's experiments before the turn of the century, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He used very old-fashioned Geissler tubes. This is a modern neon tube.
Do you believe that ultimately electricity could be transmitted without wires over long distance?
I would think so, by using vacuum tube oscillators.
That would do away with high-tension wires ultimately?
Yeah.
The Jacob's ladder effect is demonstrated just for fun. And other effects are duplicated in Hutchison's basement lab. But it was his love of old equipment that led to advanced experimentation.
This is an old dynamotor, turn of the century. And I got it from a scrap dealer. And it appears to be the same kind of motor that Tesla used in some of the experiments.
Hutchison's equipment combines recycled electronics in huge hand-built coils that together defy some established laws of physics.
That's a Tesla coil. In regards to Tesla, it would be probably a very small one. It can fill at about 1.5 million volts.
Did you build it?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to wind something like that?
It took me about a week to do the whole coil. The winding itself, I guess, about a day and a half.
Hutchison cranks up power of up to 500,000 volts, but the source is just one wall outlet. If he has developed a new source of energy, it uses very little power. He sets up metal and plastic objects in the area he feels things will move, but unexpected articles begin to fly. A sponge beyond the set takes off. Hutchison can't see it from his control panel and relies on our information.
It's very important that can you tell me how long it stayed up on the ceiling?
I would say a full second, 1 second, like that. It went up and hit the ceiling 1 second, maybe 2 seconds, and then came down.
You're kidding.
No. And it slowly and deliberately went up, almost like a levitation. Do you know why this effect is caused?
I really don't. I have some ideas in my mind that the being electromagnetic in nature somehow is interfering with the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Shall we try it again?
I'd like to give it another shot.
Sure. Well, so do we. Good.
So I'll fire her up again. we're lucky.
Watch the tinfoil here.
Hang in there. The tinfoil is strong. Just point up and flick it a bit and then drop down.
Flick it.
Yeah, I just shook. Hot dog. Okay, I'll keep.
Nothing else was touching. I was watching.
Okay, I'll keep operating, and maybe I'll get some metal breaking up.
He has indeed broken metal into fragments and lifted an entire snowplow. He just can't predict what will move. Hutchison doesn't know if it's the equipment alone or his effect on the equipment, but Canadian researchers are now discussing the Hutchison effect with physicists around the world, and it may lead to developments not even thought of yet.